Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. Today, Warner Brothers announced that Mortal Kombat 11 has sold over 12 million copies, almost as much as Street Fighter 5 and Tekken 7 combined. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, before you grill me for calling MK11 a dead game, it kind of is. I mean, maybe not from a player perspective, maybe not from a tournament perspective, but definitely from a developer perspective. As of July 2nd, they announced they're no longer supporting the game. Now, MK11 was released back in the good old days of 2019, an era that seems so long ago. Realistically here, NRS, they're known for not really supporting their games for very long. In fact, MK11 got more support than Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat X. And that support also pales in comparison with pretty much every other game in the fighting game community. I don't see King of Fighters on here, but it's probably been supported more than Mortal Kombat and more than Injustice. Before I move away from this chart, there's one thing I want to point out. Aside from Smash Brothers here, that's kind of on its own, MK11 and MKX have sold more than every other game on this list. And that's really impressive given the short support window. And also with MK11 here, given the fact it was released in 2019 and we have games like Tekken 7 released in 2015, Street Fighter 5 released in 2016, both of those games had a huge head start. And MK completely stomped them in terms of sales. Street Fighter 5 has sold 5.5 million copies. Tekken 7 has just sold over 7 million copies. Combine them and we're at 12.5 million. MK11 on its own has sold 12 million, so about 500,000 less, give or take. And MKX, well, that sold approximately 12 million as well. What's even more impressive here is that MK11 has a rating of 17+, a mature rating. That means the game is not as accessible as something like Street Fighter and Tekken that have teen ratings. On top of that, MK11 is banned for sale in Indonesia, Japan, China, and also Ukraine. So think about this just for a minute here. Not only did MK11 come out later than the other games on the other page, it was also available to a smaller audience, yet it completely blew them all out of the water. Aside from Smash Brothers, but that's a story for another day. This is kind of its own beast. I mean, it's available to everyone ages 10+. And the sales on this one are incredible, 23.84 million. But I'll save that for another video. Getting back to this chart here, now bear with me, this is just for a second. This is to really drive the point home that NRS is absolutely killing it. So take a look at Tekken 7 here. Released in 2015, the game is still being supported, has sold 7 million copies and counting in that same time period. MKX was released. Injustice 2 was released and MK11 was released. We have about 12 million of sales. If you want to round it down to 11 million, I don't care. MK11, 12 million of sales. Combined, they have 23 to 24 million units sold. And then we also have Injustice 2 to add in, which I think is about a million and a half units. Overall, we're looking at approximately, I don't know, let's just say 25 million overall. That completely dwarfs almost every other game on the list. Well, it does, even including Smash Brothers. So while it does absolutely suck that MK11 no longer has developer support and they decided to cut it off so early, some people might be thinking, hey, they're leaving money on the table. And that might very well be the case. But at the same time, if they continue on churning out games as quickly as they are and they sell as much as they do, they're really making a lot of money here. And if you're curious as to is there going to be a Mortal Kombat 12, well, it would be silly not to, considering how well the game sells and also how much money it makes them. And also, just for some comfort here, they're hiring for their next game. If you take a look at one of their job postings here, it does say they're seeking a senior software engineer to work on their core tech engine team to modify and extend Unreal Engine, which I think is Unreal Engine 4 they're using for the Mortal Kombat and Injustice franchises. So these games aren't going away anytime soon. At this point, I am absolutely pumped for MK12 whenever that game is released, but I don't think we're going to actually have to wait that long, maybe a couple of years at very most. And well, in the meantime, we have a bunch of great games coming out. We got Guilty Gear Strive, well, it's already out. We have the new King of Fighters coming out, and then whenever Street Fighter 6 releases. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Just wanted to tell you how much Mortal Kombat has killed it over the last number of years. They're doing very, very well, and a lot better than a lot of people think. Let me know your thoughts about Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat X, and also MK12 in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.